forced by Ambrose, who was all around the ball off the helmet of Tony Martin into Ray McElroy's hands. Big play at the end of the half, so San Diego, instead of taking the lead or kicking a field goal, is down 14-10. But Stan Humphries comes right back. Third quarter, zing. Deshaun Jefferson moving on up. The Chargers up 17-14. Here come the Colts. What a game this was. Harbaugh. Deshaun Dawkins, who had a big game against him 2 weeks ago. 42 yards and a touchdown.
This is one of the things that Jim Harbaugh has worked on under Lindy and Fonte. Throwing the ball with a lot of air under it. He's allowing Sean Dawkins to make a play. Great concentration. Big play receiver. Big play made.
So Harbaugh and the Colts are up 21-17. Marshall Faulk, well, he's not ready to play, but he's ready to cheer. After a Chargers field goal, gets it to 21-20. Here's Zach Crockett, king of the wild frontier. I tell you what a run, and the Chargers just couldn't catch up to this big fella. Touchdown, 66 yards, a career day. Obviously, when he has no yards in the regular season, breaks the old Colt playoff record set by Tom Matte. It's a team with Alan Amici and Lenny Moore, but the record goes to Crockett. And another interception, 1 of 2 for Jason Belzer. 4 Colt interceptions against Stan Humphries. That sets up Harbaugh. This was the play that he called. From the 4, called his own number 4, touchdown. Colts lead 35-20. The Chargers had a couple of late chances late, but not today. 5 straight wins, couldn't make it 6. And the Indianapolis Colts have won their first playoff game since 1971. They were defending Super Bowl champions under the Easy Rider, Don McCafferty back then. It's been a long time. Teddy wins for the first time in the postseason. The Chargers were proud defending champs to get in, but they ran out of gas. Chris Mortensen is at the Murph with the hero at quarterback. Mortimer?
All right, thanks, Chris. I'm here with Jim Harbaugh. Jim, big game for you. Let's go through the touchdown passes, but the beautiful pass, the one to Sean Dawkins. Tell me what happened on that.
Well, Sean was getting bump and run coverage most of the day, and he felt he could get behind his man, and we beat Clark on the go route. Good job of Sean getting by him at the line of scrimmage, and I put a pretty good pass up in there, and we needed that one.
How about Dilger? The one to Dilger, you're chased out of the pocket. Great throw there. What happened there?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a good thing that end zone kind of slants down because of the baseball field, because I didn't know if I put enough height on. I was getting a little worried that Sean Gale might pick it off, but it was just high enough for Kenny to get it.
Crockett's first run, was it a checkoff? Was it an audible?
Yeah, that was the first touchdown was a checkoff. That was an audible, and the second one, he just made a fantastic. Zach Crockett from Florida State Seminoles, man. I love the Seminoles now.
Was there anything that they did defensively that you felt you caught them off guard with?
They brought some safety blitzes, but I don't know. I just think our offensive line did a great job. You know, they've been maligned a lot this year and had taken some knocks, but today they did a great job run blocking and pass blocking. I'm going to go celebrate a little bit.
All right, thanks, Boomer. See you later.
He should celebrate. Way to go, Jim Harbaugh. Way to go, Mortimer. And talking to the Chargers this week, and I guess, by the way, the Chargers schmutz rag can go out the window. I guess that's gone for the year. But they were worried about Harbaugh and what you talked about this morning, Joe, his improvisation. And, boy, they knew.
Yeah, boom, but still, you got the Bills still there, so don't worry.
Well, don't worry. I got squads there. Don't worry
about this ball game, 2 things really jumped out at me. First of all, in the first game, the Indianapolis Colts allowed San Diego to hit the big passes. Jason Belzer was picked on, gave up 2 touchdowns. Now he winds up with 2 interceptions. The other thing that became so obvious to me in this game is that the defensive secondary did a lousy job of tackling, as well as the special teams for the San Diego Chargers. Tommy, when you get into games like this, every play has got to be a big one. We talked about Junior Seau. He'll make 15 great plays, but with his running around and his intensity, he'll miss 1 or 2, and the guy will go a long way, and I think that's what happened today.
Yeah, misdirection affects him. The other thing we talk about is, especially, again, with road teams, you have to execute 2 things. Front 7 has to be able to stop the run, and you have to conversely be able to run the football. The Colts did both of those things today, and I think a big shot in the arm for them as they go to Kansas City. They were able to accomplish this without Marshall Faulk.
You know, they really fear no evil. They won the game they had to win last week without Marshall Faulk. A couple of notes, though. When Atlanta lost earlier today, that meant 13 straight losses for dome teams outdoors. But the Colts, a dome team, that snaps the streak. The last win had been 1988 by Houston, winning at Cleveland 24-23. Another note. San Diego won 5 in a row to get in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Detroit won 7 in a row to get in the playoffs.
Yep.
Ran out of gas when they got there.
That's right.
Yeah, got to have some breathing room, right?
Well, hard to tie that string of 8 games together, 10 games together to get to a Super Bowl. Tough to do.
Ran out today, and the Colts, outstanding job. They didn't care that nobody believed. Now they'll go to Kansas City. When we return, let's go inside the numbers first. This weekend, by the way, the Colts game, 35-20, was the lowest scoring game of the weekend. The 266 points scored this weekend is the most ever by far in a weekend of football. We repeat, if you could play any defense at all, you might win the whole ball of wax. When we return, we'll set you up for next weekend, and we'll dole out our game balls. Stay with us, please. Prime time rolling on.
Primetime Players is brought to you by 1-800-COLLECT, the way everyone can save on collect calls. It's easy. Just dial 1-800-COLLECT from any phone and save.
The third-round pick from Florida State, the rookie Zach Crockett, gets mine. 13 rushes, 147 yards, and a lot of it after the first hit. Tommy?
Joe, my primetime player, Edgar Bennett of the Green Bay Packers, 108 rushing yards, 11 yards receiving, a touchdown. Green Bay playoff record for the rushes. Boom.